you could argue that the entire matter there's a bearing on dispute resolution.
Yeah.
There's a proposal to tighten the laws around impeachments. There's an opinion that perhaps, it's too easy to take a governor to impeachment and so on. What is your position on that?
We attempted to have an impeachment procedure bill for the 10 years in the Senate. It was rejected by the National Assembly. The idea was to have a higher threshold for impeachment for obvious reasons, that although impeachment is quasi-political, it's both a judicial function and a political function. For stability of governments, we needed a regime of law that would make it impossible just on whims or patriarchal politics or local issues to impeach a governor. That's why the Senate, the words in Article 96 of protecting counties, that is where the Senate comes in. It becomes a firewall because the Senate is insulated from local politics in regions. And with the number that you require and the threshold that you require to convince 24 senators, that is 24 counties, to pass an impeachment, becomes a threshold that is too high. So similarly, we need to marry the impeachment framework and ensure that the processes are not manipulated or are not subject to other vagaries other than what will be legal. The threshold, believe me, is in the Constitution. Because the threshold of gross violation is gross violation. You know, gross violation is not violation. The word violation is as a prefix word called gross. So unless it is gross violation, any violation is not an impeachable offense. And we have said that before. But increasingly in Kenya, the impeachments are the ones, some that I saw in the Senate were politically driven, politically muscled through assemblies into the Senate. So as we think of a procedure to tighten impeachment at the levels where you are dealing with both Senate and the assemblies, we've also got to give the judiciary some room, so that a person who is duly elected cannot in one afternoon, because people are in a bad mood or the executive doesn't like that person, is impeached and is out of office and causes instability. The instability you saw in Nairobi is as a result of political interference in what would have been a legal process.
And now in Meru County, there's a petition to actually dissolve the county.
Yeah. Yes, that provision is also there. But it has the petition to dissolve counties has many checks. It has many thresholds. Only that in the case of Meru, it will get stuck. We have no IEBC.
Right.
It is going nowhere.
We'll circle back in a second.